The newest episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is an interesting title to me. Dazed and Infused. Infused could be referring to Ruby, who wants to be infused with the gravitonium. And dazed, doesn't it kinda sound like Daisy Johnson? So it could be saying Daisy versus Ruby in some sort of way. And I'd like to discuss Ruby being infused. At first, I thought she was undergoing the exact same experiment that Steve Rogers did to sort of make him Captain America, the same procedure, but instead she's infusing herself with the gravitonium to make her a brand new Inhuman altogether. So it ends up that Talbot is actually brainwashed. They did the whole "are you ready to comply" spiel to him last time when he called his phone, and General Hale's assistant was actually with his wife. So Talbot does his mission, which is actually to kidnap Robin, and knocks out her mom in the process. I was kind of worried because we know that in the future the mom isn't there anymore, so I thought it was Talbot who actually killed her. And it would be kind of sad to see Talbot kill the mom in front of Robin, and just the fact alone that Talbot was the one doing such a horrible deed because of Hydra. So Coulson tries using the brainwashing spiel on him. He goes, "Are you ready to comply?" Says the whole thing, making him sort of put down the gun or even point the gun at Phil himself, which I thought was a smart move because one of the initiatives of Hydra is actually to kill S.H.I.E.L.D. agents or kill Phil Coulson. So if he's trying to trick Talbot's brainwashed brain in such a way for him to do another Hydra mission to let go of Robin. So he releases Robin and points the gun to himself when he has a bit more control because he realizes that under the Hydra brainwashing, the only thing he can do is blow his brains out or kill himself so that he knows that he's not a hindrance to S.H.I.E.L.D's plans of saving the world. Or he doesn't hurt anyone else or even his family. He tells Coulson to tell his son that he's sorry, but Mac saves the day by using an icer on Talbot. Meanwhile, Daisy and Agent May are attacking Hale's Hydra base. Now for a TV show, they showed some pretty cool graphics when the Zephyr launched the pod down at the Hydra base and shot a missile at the base. I thought it was kinda nice to see something that intense in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because we know that while Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is part of the MCU, they don't really pay for like the big effects in such a way. Hale surrendered immediately when she saw Agent May and Daisy Johnson because she said all she wanted to do was save Ruby because Creel wasn't doing well at all. If you remember, Creel had touched the gravitonium and he can sort of see the memories of Ian Quinn and the scientist. Right now, we've only confirmed that these are the only two people who the gravitonium have absorbed. And so their memories are kind of messing with his head. It's kind of alive, but not its own being at the same time. And so this thing might also happen to Ruby since Creel just touched the gravitonium and Ruby wants to infuse herself with the whole thing. And Hale doesn't want that for her daughter, answering once and for all the question of whether Hale is actually more concerned about her daughter's welfare or that of Hydra. The answer is she loves Ruby more. So Fitz and Simmons fix the infuser because Von Strucker and Ruby kind of caught them off guard and forced them to fix it. If not, she'd kill them. They fix the infuser and Ruby finally gets her moment. She goes inside the infuser. They transfer the gravitonium to the infuser and Von Strucker turns it on. But Ruby was suffering on the inside, so Von Strucker was blaming Fitz and Simmons, saying that they sabotaged it somehow, but Hale and the others arrived just in time to tell him that it's actually the gravitonium that's doing it. It's not the machine. So they shut off the machine. And out emerges Ruby, the destroyer of worlds. Okay, so Ruby gets 8% of the gravitonium infused in her. Only 8%. The first thing she does is sort of fly off the machine like Magneto would. And then she ends up suffering like Creel, having all those memories in her head that she really wants to get out of her head. She was flying at first, and then she accidentally made Von Strucker's face implode. She wasn't even doing that on purpose, and you could see that she was sad about it. She lifted Fitz and Simmons up with her powers, kinda like what Darth Vader does with the Force choke, except much more powerful, and she didn't even need to actually lift her arms. You could say that maybe she was even doing it with her mind, though you know that's not the case. Imagine if she was infused with 100% of the gravitonium. This is only 8%, and she seems already so powerful. If you infused her with the 100% of the gravitonium, she really could have destroyed the world in just one shot. Though, what I'm thinking also is maybe she feels more of the mental pain if she got to be infused with 100% of it. Like 100% of the power comes 100% of the suffering that comes with it. So, could she really have destroyed the world? What's stopping Ruby from infusing with the entire gravitonium actually the cut of the loop? Because if you think about it, if 8% wasn't enough to destroy the world and Ruby really was the true destroyer of worlds, then probably not having her absorb the entire gravitonium already changed the future. Could this prove that Daisy was really innocent? Is she really at this point not the destroyer of worlds? So Fitz, Simmons, and May escape while Yo-Yo goes to help Daisy and the others because Ruby's running wild, her powers are uncontrollable, her mind's not set. General Hale is trying to talk her down and it seems like it's working, but Yo-Yo, I guess out of revenge too, but also out of the responsibility in her heart that she has to protect the world, sort of uses her powers and slits Ruby's throat. Now, this was kind of an anticlimactic thing, especially for a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, especially one who works with Coulson, because you know that Coulson would never succumb to that. Like, we all knew that Daisy was probably the one who was going to destroy the world. He didn't even want to leave her in the future, even though it was a solution that did not include destroying or killing Daisy. He always wants a workaway. He always wants another way around, which is why I think he wouldn't have killed Ruby. So if Ruby again was really the destroyer of worlds, was Yo-Yo right? Did she already end the loop? Did she already change their fate? So Hale escapes. Ruby's body, her dead body, sort of has an explosion of energy around it. Though it's kinda harmless because all our characters are alive and well, but mysteriously, Hale disappears and she ends up at the Confederacy. Now, her contact's name is Kovas, as far as I can tell. He says that there were consequences for going there without invitation, which means that Kovas and the others did not summon Hale to the Confederacy, and by the looks of it, neither did Hale go there on their own. But she didn't care anyway, or she didn't seem to care. So it's kind of confusing, or we really do not know how she ended up there, but she did. So she suggests that she didn't mean to be beamed there. She doesn't even know how she got there. But it was probably a result of Ruby's explosion thing. So have the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. really changed fate at this point? Was Ruby really the destroyer of worlds? Is Daisy clear from that topic? Has Yo-Yo actually changed the future with what she's done? Or at which point did they change the future? All of these can only be answered as the show goes on. I really don't like the way that Ruby was ended in this series, sort of, but I can't say that it was bad writing either. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more great videos.